Henri Galois was a quiet, simple man. He lived in a small stone house in the village of Saint-Romain near the city of Lyon, France. Born into a family of craftsmen, Henri had learned the art of repairing clocks and watches from his father and grandfather. By the time he was 35, Henri was known all over the village as the watchmaker. Henri didn't have many friends. He preferred silence. He liked the sound of ticking clocks, the smell of oil and old wood, and the feeling of time in his hands. His house was small, but his workshop was full of clocks. Wall clocks, desk clocks, pocket watches, all ticking in perfect rhythm. He believed time had a soul and clocks were its voice. In December 1921, during a cold winter morning, Henri visited a traveling market near Lyon. There he saw something that caught his eye, a large antique grandfather clock. It was carved with strange symbols and faces, with dark wood and golden hands frozen at 3 cailloux. The merchant told Henri the clock came from an estate where the family had died under strange and sudden circumstances. Henri thought it was nonsense, just an old tale to make a sale. He bought the clock. That evening he placed it in the corner of his workshop. It was broken and had no pendulum, but Henri felt drawn to it like it was calling him. He promised to repair it the next day. That night he fell asleep early, but at exactly 3 a.m. he woke suddenly. It wasn't the sound of the clock that woke him, it was whispering. Soft, strange voices coming from the walls of his room. He sat up in bed, heart pounding. He checked the workshop, the clock hadn't moved, everything was still. The next night it happened again, 3 a.m., whispers, louder this time, clearer, still in a language he didn't understand. Over the following days, Henri stopped smiling, his hands trembled. He no longer opened his shop. He locked the windows and placed salt near the doors. Some villagers said they saw him talking to himself. Others heard strange ticking sounds coming from his house, even when no clocks were running. On the 5th night, Henri begged his childhood friend Lucien to stay over. That night, both men sat in silence, staring at the clock. The house was freezing. Every candle flickered. At exactly 3 a.m., the clock, still broken, began to tick. The sound echoed through the house like a heartbeat. Then came the whispers. Lucien said later, they weren't from outside, but they were inside the walls. He described shadows moving across the floor like people walking, but there was no one there. Henri began muttering words he had never spoken before. He seemed possessed. The next morning, Henri was pale and exhausted. He told Lucien, the clock is not broken, it's waiting, I must destroy it tonight. But when he came back, Henri didn't answer the door. The house was quiet. Inside, nothing had changed. The fire was cold. The bed was made. All of Henri's clocks had stopped, except for the grandfather clock, which was now ticking perfectly. Henri was gone. Police searched the area. No signs of struggle, no footprints outside, but they found one strange thing, bare footprints in the dust, starting from the middle of the room leading to the back wall. They broke open the wall. There was nothing inside, just bricks. Henri Galois was never seen again. The clock was removed from the house and stored in a museum in Lyon, but staff claimed it started ticking every night at exactly 3 a.m. Eventually it was locked in the basement, and even today some say, if you listen closely at 3 a.m., you can still hear the whispers of Henri Galois, still trapped inside time. This is my first horror story. Stay with me for more wilderness and better stories. Take care.